Hello and welcome to Automox's CISO IT podcast. I'm your host, Jason Kikta, and I am the CISO and Senior VP of Product here at Automox. If this is your first time tuning in, and really great to be back. I think I might have taken July off on accident, but really good to be back and doing the podcast again. So, of course, as we do every year, last week was Hacker Summer Camp with Black Hat and DEF CON. And B-Sides, if you went to B-Sides Las Vegas, I did not, but I did do Black Hat and DEF CON. And so, as is tradition, I always do my roundup of what happened. So let's get into it. So, I'd say this year, it's really, it's a little bit of the same. I think it's hurt Black Hat a bit to be so close to RSA the last couple of years, but my understanding is that RSA is moving into to March now, so that'll hopefully give it a little more standoff and give security vendors a little more time to bring out something new and have something a little more interesting and differentiating between the two shows. Obviously, not everyone goes to the same shows unless you're as lucky as I am, because who does not want to go to Las Vegas in August? DEF CON is always a little more fun, but it's kind of I had a friend this year call it Burning Man for hackers, and that's a really great description. And I in many ways, very similar to previous years. Not a lot of big changes at the conferences this year, although DEF CON did kind of rearrange the conference floor. But I will say one thing, and I'm going to focus on the positive. One thing that really made me pleased to see this year is there was a little bit less AI hype and a lot more focus on how AI could be useful to defenders. So, previous years, I think there's just been, a little too much focus on AI is coming, everything will be AI, all is AI. If you're not using AI, you'll be unemployed and living in a box. And also, it can find and do anything because it's magic. So it will find all the vulnerabilities. It'll hack all your systems. It'll, just make it this huge advantage to to attackers. And there are degrees of truth in that, but my concern with that sort of mindset is that it overlooks that there can be a lot of advantages for defenders, right? Is that, if a particular AI model is very good at finding exploitable vulnerabilities in a certain product, well, then make it part of your CI/CD pipeline, make it part of your quality control process, rather than relying on somebody else to do it afterwards. If it's really great at finding nuance, then it should be really great at triaging alerts. So there's a big focus on that, and I think that was really heartening to see. Is that I think the conversation around AI is starting to mature, where we're getting less out of the hype and please invest in my magic, and a lot more into this is the capabilities and also the limitations. This is how you use it responsibly. This is how you should think about data and information security when it comes to AI, and then most of all, this is how you can use it as an enabler to have a more secure posture and to find what's going on your network or things that you need to be concerned about. So really, really great improvement there. And, it's nice catching up with old friends and members of the community. And, not for everyone, but I will say in general, it's always good, even if you're an introvert like me, and deep down I really am. I don't like going out to, big places with big crowds, but, there's really a spectrum of participation in professional events. And yeah, these things are the Super Bowl, but you can do local events like B-sides. You can do local meetings. You can participate online if you don't want to be in person. There's a wide range of activities to get more engaged in both security and IT. And I always recommend that you take at least a little bit of time out of your year to go and do that. Get that professional connection, whether it be for networking or learning something new or just seeing the art of the possible. It's always a good opportunity to just kind of go and link up with things and take a walk around and listen. So I still highly recommend these types of events, but it's important to find the ones that resonate with you most and where you feel most comfortable, not just go to the big names. So thanks for listening, and I will see you next month.